So I've been running on my GTX 1050 Ti for quite a few years now, without ever feeling the need to upgrade, as I mostly play low demanding games like Minecraft, Source games and Rust. However, recently I've started to gain a lot of interest for computer graphics and particularly 3D modeling and rendering, and with the addition of the large amount of video editing I find myself doing these days, I've started to reach the limits of my old GPU. And with the recent price drop of graphics cards with Nvidia's announcement of RTX 30 series, I found myself opting for a brand new RTX 2070 Super from Gigabyte, which seemed reasonably priced for its performance. So in this quick video, I'll describe the difference I felt when switching from a GTX 1050 Ti to an RTX 2070 Super. So before we get into today's video, I want to remind you all that the large portion of you are still not subscribed. It would really help myself and the channel out a lot if you could subscribe, and you can always change your mind later. And also, don't forget to leave a like on this video to make the YouTube algorithm happy. So I was very excited when I received my brand new graphics card in the mail, as it was the first time that I ever unboxed such an expensive piece of tech. Apart from the very nicely laid out card, there was another box containing this useless piece of ancient technology, and this nice little manual written in more different languages than I thought would be possible. Anyways, the card itself was wrapped in an anti-static enclosure sealed off with a sticker that showed apparently guaranteed true Gigabyte quality, but it was very easy to remove, so I was happy. It was finally time to appreciate the beauty of this reasonably large graphics card. So before I got ahead and installed the new GPU into my computer, I wanted to do some experiments to be able to show you a before and after comparison. So firstly, I ran user benchmark, which unexpectedly wasn't so happy about the 1050 Ti, but those are just numbers that don't really mean anything. So I created a simple 3D scene in Blender with some emissive and reflective surfaces. I rendered it on my GPU with CUDA acceleration enabled using the Cycles engine, which is a ray tracing engine, meaning it's pretty slow but should produce a high quality image. So now that I have tortured my old GPU one last time, I went ahead and installed a brand new one, along with all the necessary drivers. To satisfy everyone's addiction to numbers, including mine, I ran user benchmark one more time and now look at this satisfying score. But the real question was, what impact had this expensive upgrade had on render times? I went ahead and switched to Optics GPU acceleration, which is exclusive to RTX card and should take advantage of the new card's capabilities. I messed around with various block sizes, but it was clear that the render times were drastically decreased with the new card, so that's great. And of course I can now run more high demanding games at higher frame rates and or with better graphics, but that wasn't so important for me. Or was it? Of course I had to try out real-time ray tracing, because that's mostly the point of RTX cards. And what better game to test realistic lighting than of course Minecraft. As you might have seen, the Minecraft Bedrock RTX version has entered its public beta stage, which meant that I could give it a try. I was very excited to test it out, as I had already seen a few videos about it. After struggling a while to get it working, it took me way too long to figure out which of these 3 different Windows versions of Minecraft Bedrock I already owned, I fired it up and downloaded a few official RTX maps. It was time to see how it actually felt to play Minecraft with ultra realistic lighting enabled. I hope you've enjoyed this rather different video, and if so, don't forget to leave a like. If everything goes well, I should have a big project ready for next video, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, don't hesitate to leave a comment if you have questions or suggestions, and I'll see you in the next one.